We're live, back again. Canvas, season 3, episode 11. From Russia with love. As always, Henry here. Man like Daps in the building. How you doing?
Hi people. Hope you're enjoying your summer.
Yeah, summer's coming.
Nice title we got in there.
Yeah. 2 mics are away. Got other commitments. We might be able to get them on the video call. We'll see how it goes. Straight into it. From the rumour mill, some news. Callum Smith apparently thinking about leaving Matchroom, and some people speculating signing with a rival. Have you heard about this? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, because I saw a clip with the manager, Joe Gallagher
Slash trainer
coming up saying his head has been turned, and
whose head has been turned?
Callum Smith's head has been turned. But is it all tactics, or is it because if it's gonna leave Matchroom, is ever gonna go to PBC or Top Rank? I can't see him joining any other stable. So I don't think he should leave, because I think there are more options in the zone, Matchroom, Sky cards than any other stable out there. But it's a strange one actually. It's a very strange one. Well, I guess
if I just jump in and pick some things you said there are more options at the zone. I could question that, and I could not. I think there's, on the surface, he's already been with Matchroom, so those options should have already materialized. That's what Joe Gallagher said. I saw a video of Eddie Hunt, and he said, "Oh, it's a Joe Gallagher special," as if to suggest that this is him trying to blow smoke and trying to hurry up a process. Of course, Eddie also said he got Billy Joe specifically with Callum in mind, saying, "Look, that's a big fight they could put on."
That's true.
And I think last time we got into a bit of an argument.
I know.
About the profile of Callum.
Yeah.
And of course, he's probably my top 5 boxers active at the moment. I really like his ability. You've always championed him, to be fair. But I still can't see it. Yeah, I think for me, there are fights for him at PBC, because they will potentially
apart from Charlo,
champions.
who else? Charlo, Plant, and Benavides. Who else? But that's 3 fights.
Well, that's 2 belts. That's a unification. That's 2 unifications, possibly, if he goes for all of them.
Well, the thing is, these people, as a fighter, what do you think? Yeah, is the WBA and WBC champion. Yeah, I know. And the ring champion and the Muhammad Ali champion, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But because I'm thinking, you want to get recognition in terms of belt as well as the reward in terms of money. I don't think a fight with Plant.
Plant's profiles.
Exactly. Even Benavides, I think it's not. I think it's the hardcores that know him. Yeah. Charlo maybe a bit of money. I can see them putting down pay-per-view.
See.
But who else?
Again, you're right. It's a fair point.
So, but with the zone, it could go with Andrade, Billy Joe,
Danny Jacobs as well, who's thinking about moving up. Yeah.
Canelo could someday. I don't think Canelo want to fight him, but you never know. But that option is always there. But I think the zone money still trumps everything on PBC side. And
if he was to move to Top Rank, he'd potentially go up to 175, isn't it?
Yeah, to fight the light
heavies, which is.
But if there's a unification fight going on there, so there will be only 2 belts on that card. Well, Canelo might fight Kovalev and take it, so there might be only 1 belt available.
Yeah,
I mean 1 man to fight
for 2 belts.
For 2 belts,
unless they draw, it's always a possibility.
Fair enough.
Well, to be honest, if I was being
he's an Englishman, I wouldn't think he's.
I was gonna say not just an Englishman. He's a Caucasian Englishman.
Exactly.
How true as
Tyson Fury's not doing too bad.
Yeah. No, I'm on about PBC accent. Now. I'm on about PBC. I mean, Al Heyman is very pro black and brown. It's a fact. But barring Caleb Plant, he doesn't have a state. He's got some Eastern Europeans, but I think, who does he have? Is it Frampton, or he's got one of the British guys as well?
He's got Eubank.
No, there's another, either Frampton or Warrington.
No.
Is a PBC. Yeah.
No.
Check it.
Frampton is with Top Rank.
So I know for certain.
Warrington is still with.
Oh no, it's Frank. The guy who fights on the girls undercard. We saw him at thingy as well. He moved up recently. I forget his name. The feather fisted guy.
Oh, Selby.
Yeah. So other than that, I don't know, man. If I was him, I don't know. Would you say better the devil? You know.
I won't think. I don't think. I think PBC would definitely want to try and get him just to get one over Eddie.
Yeah, but would they get him as you are a stable guy, like one of our main players, or would they get him if you get somewhere?
I think it's all
cool?
to do with money.
Yeah, but
if they can
Callum
pay
Smith's
him,
not a big ticket seller. So
exactly.
what's the business angle for if I'm Mr. PBC? Why am I clamoring to get you? That's my point.
But it's actually strange because if you look at that division, none of them are big ticket sellers.
No, not really.
So that division is, I think they're good fighter, but it's not.
No,
there's
very
no lot
good
of competitions
fighters, yeah.
apart from the champions.
Yeah, that's why even Zerda Ramirez thought,
Yeah.
this, I'm gonna move up,
Exactly.
get my name out there.
But even him going to live heavy,
No,
I
he
think
can be in the
160 is
Yeah.
hot in terms
Yeah.
of money.
No, I like heavy. He's
Canelo.
hot, man. Again,
Apart from the champions, who else is there?
well, there's these other
Yard.
guys coming up now, and there's the old guard. You know, there's still Badu Jack.
Well,
There's still Jean Pascal. You know, he just banged over Marcus Brown. There are guys there. It's definitely a buzzing weight. You know.
Yeah, I think it's buzzing more than 168 to be fair. But I think the Danny Jacobs, if it goes up, Billy Joe, that's gonna level up.
I think those are big fights.
Those are big fights for him.
Him fighting Danny Jacobs is a profile builder because if he smashes him,
I don't think Jacobs gonna fight him as well.
yeah,
As his first fight in 168, I don't think that will
that's a
happen.
fair point.
So I'll be surprised if he moves, but I think it's just tactic
Yeah.
to say hurry up, girl, something big.
Yeah. On the domestic scene, he's a mandatory. He's been called as well now for John Ryder.
I think that's always been. That's always gonna be the case because
No, but they've called it now, so they've got 30 days.
Yeah.
Everyone knew he was the Mando, but it's been called now. So.
Well, Ryder was supposed to fight Eubank, isn't it? Apparently, I agreed a deal with Eubank, and they're waiting for Eubank to actually
Find his pen.
find his pen or set it up, basically.
Right.
So, yeah, that would be. I think, yeah, that will probably
I think
be
that's
his
a good
next
fight.
fight.
It's a good fight, to be honest. It's good. It's better than a stay busy fight. John Ryder has improved a lot.
John Ryder got his mandatory against Sorotkin, I believe. Or am I getting that name
Bilal
wrong?
Al-Quay or...
No. That's the one he fought in America. That was just a keep busy fight. He fought one guy in UK to win that mandatory spot. But
he beat Jamie Cox, I know. You know, Jamie Cox was in WBSS as well.
Yeah, I don't see Ryder testing Callum Johnson.
All right. Well, time will tell. I think, for me, as speaking as someone a British boxing fan, I can't see. He doesn't have a profile enough, like I said previously, for him to jump ship and expect anything
I
more
agree with you now because
than what he gets. Yeah.
even his promoter said it. Eddie N said it. Yeah, he
Oh,
said
wow.
winning WBS is good and bad for him
Gift and
because
curse, yeah.
he got this spot, but it wasn't built to get to that spot properly.
Yeah. We'll see. Bad Blood card that's been announced. Couple grudge matches on there. So Scott Fitzgerald, who beat Andy Fowler, he's now mandatory for Cheeseman's belt. That fight's been made on
title.
there. Ritson and Robbie Davis Jr. as well, who have been involved in some verbal sparring over the few weeks. That's been made as well.
Yeah.
I think who else? David
Allen
is back on that.
Yeah.
Thoughts on that card? I think as domestic cards.
I think those two fights, I think they're a bit of 50-50. Actually, on paper, they're on 50-50, but with my boxing head on, they're not 50-50.
Yeah. You don't have to give highlight now.
Yeah, they're not 50, but I think it's a good card. And
it's a great card as far as casuals getting them through the door.
There's only been 2 fights now, so I'm sure because...
You only need 2 more and you got a solid undercard, you know. I mean, your chief undercard's already good enough as far as I'm concerned. Dave Allen, you know what he brings to the table. He just needs a
Dave
good
Allen needs to be
now.
being like Facebook Live now. You know? Well,
nah, the profile's been built up. Honestly, if you know the profile's been built up, you can't knock that, man.
No.
The profile's been built.
I think it's a good card, so I'm looking forward to it. But I know, we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
I think it's a good card. Yeah.
When we were discussing talking points for today, you mentioned some additions. You said Clash of the Dunes. What's there to say about that?
The fight has been announced.
Yeah.
Ruiz finally confirmed that it's going.
Yeah.
There's a press conference next Wednesday. There's a free country press conference all next week.
Yeah.
Saudi Arabia, London, and America, and it's gonna happen on December 7th, and just the shenanigans that went into it as well, because I don't know if you actually know this. Matchroom actually sued Ruiz before he actually agreed to fight.
What, his promoter? I saw that.
There was a
filing in New York.
Yeah, so they actually sued him before he goes.
But do you know the details of what it is?
No, they tried to enforce the contract, the first contract, which was your next fight is gonna be with us, regardless of whatever we're paying you. We just need to tell you the venue, because he's always been adamant that the fight is not gonna happen anywhere except America. So they had to enforce it. Then they both came to an amicable solution after that. So that was quite interesting as well. But yeah, the fight is happening in Saudi Arabia. There's a lot of outside boxing stuff people are talking about. I don't know if you want to talk about that.
I guess there'll be a lot of time for that to unfold when the preface come. I mean, December is a long time away to start hyping up the fight now. They'll do a lot of that. Yeah. You also mentioned Dylan and B sample.
It's going to be quiet, isn't it?
Right. I was going to say I've not heard anything more, and from what I've seen, he's training again. It's like he's been swept under the carpet. And
apparently there is going to be a hearing in October, and hopefully we should get
UKAD hearing.
Yeah, and hopefully after that there should be a statement.
Right. So it's one of them, really.
It's one of them, but yeah, he's really good under the radar.
Yeah, he's got to stay quiet, because I mean, every time his brother puts something on there,
I don't know why that guy's still on camera, man.
Every time you just need to look at the comments, honestly. Like, the hate.
Yeah, he needs to stay
off
camera.
I think he does a pod with Heavy D as well.
I saw that. I saw that.
Video.
But he needs to stay off camera for a bit.
I guess he's taking the heat, isn't it?
Yeah, because there's a lot of unanswered questions.
I don't think they're going to be answered in any shape or form.
You don't think so?
The way things are going, like Mark Tibbs, posting photos of Dylan training. They're trying to like bamboozle us and make us carry on.
Because I was listening
as though nothing happened.
I was listening to WBC guy today, Mauricio Suleiman, and he couldn't really say anything about it as well.
Yeah, I think I saw that. He's banging on about he would get a chance to prove himself.
Yeah, and
which is a bit cryptic.
I know, and he kept saying because it's very legal and highly confidential, and I'm like, you must know something before you suspend his position or whatever. Yeah. It's not stripped. He made that very clear, but it's suspended the interim mandatory position. Yeah. But he couldn't expatiate on that. So
is he off the WBA rankings?
No.
He's still on there?
Yeah, the guy even said he can't fight. But it's just
WBA now I'm on about, not WBC.
I don't think anyone else has done anything apart from WBC.
No, he was only WBA and BC, wasn't he?
Yeah, but no one else has done anything apart from WBC in terms of suspending his interim championship.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's something going on in the background, and he was keen to highlight the fact that it's very confidential as well, so he can't really say anything. And he's waiting as well for UCA to get in touch with him after the investigation has been completed.
Which is fair enough.
So why suspend him? But anyway,
just to drag back as well, I was just thinking while you were speaking, how does this lawsuit affect relationships between PBC fighters and Matchroom, if any? Like Ruiz and his people being sued. Do you think Al Heyman would take personally to that and look for retaliation, or how do you see that going? Do you think there's going to be a knock-on effect?
That's the thing. Al Heyman is like, his position is very unclear because he's a manager, kind of. It's not really a promoter.
He's an advisor, yeah.
Yeah, but
he's an advisor. He's not even a manager. Yeah, but a lot of these people have managers.
Yeah, but he's an advisor. But an advisor is a manager, isn't it?
No, manager officially is employed by you. Advisor, you elect to employ them, so you can get his advice, you can take it or not. That's how it seems, and he seems to have this stable of fighters who he advises. But he's clearly putting on shows because there is an intermediary between. He's
clearly doing more than just being an advisor.
Yeah. So whoever got sued is the indirect employee of.
I think Ruiz got sued from the
No, it can't be Ruiz. It would have to be his promoter.
Yeah, his promoter and
Ruiz. So what I'm saying is that promoter clearly works for Al.
Yeah.
And it's just like a figurehead for his you know, for Al
so
to remain as a
promoter and
ghost.
Ruiz got sued. Yeah, that's the thing also.
Yeah.
And I saw his middle name is Pons or something. People
Yeah, Andreas Pons. Yeah.
So,
that's a bit of a mad one. If you knew what that meant in England. Anyway,
Joshua should come up with that like you Pons. He'll be like, God. Yeah, what? Like that would be the new Dossa.
That went a bit left. Title of the pod, From Russia with Love. There's been a lot.
I should just keep quiet for the next half an hour and let
No,
don't do that.
Don't do that.
I know you got a lot to say on this one.
Everyone's got a lot to say. Everyone had a lot to say from a long time ago. I remember a couple months ago saying, "Is this fight gonna happen?" There haven't been any pressers. I had doubts from day one. Mm-hmm. So Kovalev, WBO champion, light heavyweight, 175 pounds, fought his mandatory, who is none other than the contender Anthony Yard, trained by Mr. Tunde Ajayi, managed by Mr. Tunde Ajayi, promoted by Frank Warren. This fight was out in Russia. It was announced a while back. Everyone knew about it. It was a big money fight for Yardi.
July.
Yeah.
What did happen for some reason?
Yeah, something about finances, and it was back on, and there was limited coverage of it. So if we break it down systematically, start from like the pre-fight build-up. What were your thoughts going into it?
There was a lot of talk.
Yards.
There was a lot of talk. Like I said, I think it was supposed to happen July 22nd or something like that. And Canelo wanted to fight Kovalev, so I think that might have added to the delay or added to the postponement of it, or the main reason why it was postponed. But yeah, that went on, and in the background, from our side, as in our side of the pond, Mr. Yard and especially Mr. Tunde was talking up the fight a lot. A bit of disrespect to some legends, in my opinion. But
Andre Ward you're referring to?
Yeah, Andre Ward. But I've heard worse. So I think the thing was just like, you guys haven't done anything to actually talk like this. But like I said, look, Prince Patel is another. He said worse. So yeah, that went on, and the fight finally got announced in Russia. Mr. Yard was apparently being paid $1 million to go to Russia, which is a significant amount of money for someone that probably hasn't made anything close. So yeah, he has to take it. Well, he doesn't have to take it, but I can see a reason why he would take it. And yeah, that happened. But leading up to that fight as well, there was a lot of questions about his pedigree, his trainer's pedigree, his experience, the trainer's experience, like the style of working, because they don't spar. And
while you're on that topic, do you think that's true, or is that just a gimmick that is carrying on?
That is true.
Why do you believe that a professional? I mean, I know of limited sparring. There are boxers who I forget.
I think it shows in the fight that this guy has inspired good people, if anything.
Yeah,
I think it showed in the fight.
Well, in the deeper later rounds.
Yeah, because he couldn't handle the later end, and I know he's got loads of muscle, so he couldn't recover as well. But
you say that, but he came in lighter than Kov on the weigh-in.
Yeah, but he's got more muscles than Kov.
Yeah,
he's got bigger muscles.
Yeah, but I'd compare him to AJ. I've always known Yard to be that big, so by now he must be.
AJ recovered against Klitschko, and AJ had bigger muscles, I think.
But I think my point is, I've always known for the past 5 years, Yard has always been a big guy. I didn't think he put on that muscle in a short space of time. Do you get what I mean?
No, it's not like, I think he's always been that guy. That's always been
but there
frame.
are people who are quite muscular, like boxers as well, who are like,
but I think one of the disadvantages of having a lot of muscle is because
the fatigue.
Yeah, fatigue. Like, you don't get hair into your lungs.
Yeah, but if your body is used to it, like if that's your, like,
I think
you
your
get what
body
I mean?
can
like,
never get used to it. Though.
Your stature is
just
as a natural. There's some people who are naturally big boned or.
Well, I don't think your body can. I mean? I don't think your body can get used to it. That is just
really?
Science. Like, your muscle will want to take some of the hair before it actually goes into your lungs. Your body can't get used to that. You have to suck in a lot of air. Your muscles take a portion before it gets to your lungs.
Right.
So I think that's gonna be an issue for him, because look at Kovalev, look at Bivol, look at Plants, look at Benavides. No, look at
in and around. I get what you mean. Yeah.
Beterbiev, look at
Yeah.
they don't have big muscles like that.
Beterbiev is hench, but it's stacked. It's like
I don't think that's muscles. That's just like a collapsed
Callum Johnson
frame.
is like
Callum Johnson is a skinny boy.
Callum Johnson.
It's slim though.
What? Do you remember when he fought?
Oh, I'm thinking Callum Smith. Sorry, I'm thinking Callum Smith. Yeah, Callum Johnson is. Yeah,
So there are even Buglioni was quite heavy set as a light heavy. So you know, it's. I guess that weight class is that region where some people are more lanky and tall, while some others are more hench. Even like Badu Jack was always a big super middle, and then he moved up. He was even bigger than Adonis when they fought, if I recall.
Yeah, but I think it's just big. I wouldn't say he's got bigger muscles as well.
Yeah.
I think Yad's probably got bigger muscles than this we're talking about.
Yeah.
So I think that played that had an impact in the way the fight ended or happened. So yeah, there was a lot of rockers, so to say, before the fight actually happened. Like I've got to say, even stepping into the ring, he looked very confident.
Yeah.
Very composed. So I think that's definitely a plus for me. He did not get overrode by the occasion. He did not shy away. He liked the limelight, and everything was good. So I think that's going to bode well for him going forward. So yeah, there's a lot of back and forth. Well, not back and forth, but there's a lot of shenanigans happening before the actual fight. So that's what I think happened pre-fight.
What about fight night?
Fight night.
Can you tell me about the actual fight now? So obviously he lost by TKO in round 11. What was your assessment of the fight? How did you think he performed? Give me marks out of 10 and then break it down however you see fit.
That's the thing. It depends which angle I'm looking at it from. If I'm looking at it from an angle of you shouldn't be there.
Well, he's there, so you can't say he shouldn't be there. That's the thing.
I think he shouldn't be there.
Well, that's irrelevant now because he's fought.
No,
and he's
that's my point. If I'm thinking of he shouldn't be there, then I'll look at it another. But if I'm thinking like you are there, I think he performed poorly.
Right.
I think class showed. I think he.
Give us more, man. You're as a boxing analyst. What are you looking out for that you're saying he got out of class?
Ignore the fact that how he got up the rankings or the level of opponent that he's fought before the actual fight. Ignoring that, I think him being in that fight, I think the only thing I think did him well was his confidence. Because at the end of the day, this is a young man fighting an old man. You should be able to. You should be winning that fight.
Yeah.
If he's as good as, if the level of competence or if the quality is the same, a young man should always be there, an old man.
All right, let me jump in again. Yeah.
Go on.
Godsick versus Adonis Stevenson.
Yeah.
Or even Badu Jack versus Adonis Stevenson.
Yeah.
How Godsick for I can't remember what the official scorecards were, but I think up until that knockout, Adonis was doing bits, you know. Yeah, I think people forget. You can't just say old man. Even Keith as well. Keith and Manny Pacquiao.
Don't even talk about that fight, man.
No, but I'm just giving you examples that you can parallel. I can give you examples. No, we're going just based on age. Come on. This is all speculation. Unless a man gets caught for the juice. You can't, even when a man gets caught, he doesn't get caught, does he?
If a fight is not being VADA tested, there ain't nothing apart from...
Alright, discount Keith then. Godsick and Badu and
I think the game plan for Godsick, Stevenson, Badu Jack Stevenson, even Yad Kovalev has been...
Wait for them to tire.
Work him for 6 rounds, then take the next 6 rounds.
Yeah.
Like, run after him
over time. Stay on 3rd gear and then
stay on
switch
3rd
up
gear,
to 5th.
then switch you up after the 6th round. And Badu Jack did that, but it was just one punch away from winning that fight, in my opinion. And I think you could even say Godsick won against Stevenson because of the Badu Jack 12th round.
Beating, yeah.
Because, how he did not.
Man, Badu Jack changed his life after he bangs you, man. You look at the girl as well. Shout outs to Chunky, man.
How the man stayed on his feet on that 12th round, I will never know. So, potentially, because if you remember correctly, everyone, Finn went into coma. Stevenson went into coma after the Godsick fight. So he obviously took more damage than his body could undo. Yeah. But going back to Yad Kovalev, I think he was confident he could take a punch. That's another positive because Kovalev landed some big punches.
See, I think that's a negative too.
The fact that he's got a good chin.
Yeah, I'm not. You know, I've always never been into that. See, like Canelo's got a great chin, but how long did it take us to know? Triple G for us to know. Like, obviously Mayweather beat him up badly, but it wasn't like bang on the chin, you know, like taking the overhand right.
I think the reason why you're saying that is because everyone was thinking if Triple G lands on you, you're going down.
Yeah.
Everyone has always landed on him, but no one has
But
ever.
Kovalev was called Kovalev and Triple G were one of the heaviest punchers.
So that's my point. He took it.
Yeah, but I don't want to know that. See, because in how much of your career you, as a young man, remember he's not been in many wars. 19 fights.
Yeah, but
that fight, what has that done to his career? Taking all these banks. Did he need to take those banks?
I think it's a blessing in disguise because his whole style has always been based on not being hit.
But let's face it, that shoulder roll should get dumped in the bin.
Exactly. So obviously, because that's a Mayweather thing that was trying to copy there. But that's another thing. He was not supposed to get hit, but when he got hit, well, yeah, when you're fighting a quality fighter, it's gonna happen.
Yeah. So what else can you say about Fight Night? Because he had a big round. Okay, let's break it down. How did you score it? Yeah, first 6 round.
I think the first round. I actually gave him the first round.
I can see that, but
I gave Yard the first round.
Yeah, I can see that. That's
but after the first round, like nothing to round 8.
What about 7? 7 was close.
7, I think later part of 7, he switched up.
Yeah.
Because I thought, okay, I know what he's doing. Round 7 is gonna jump on this guy.
Yeah.
So later part of 7, they started walking him down. But 8th round, obviously, some people could even say the fight should have been called off then.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kovalev.
But then if I counter as well, you can say that for the 10th.
Yeah. I think the referee was fair to both of them.
I would say both those rounds, I'd score 10-8 if I was a judge.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just, I think he could come. He wasn't overawed. It wasn't like overly dominated. Like Kovalev won most of the rounds, but wasn't like dominated.
How trash is Kovalev at 36 right now? Let's be honest.
He's a 36-year-old man that people have been saying does not live a very good life.
Yeah.
It does not live a boxer's life, should I say, not a very good life. It does not. So that would help. And that.
But his last 2 fights, obviously that one included, have proved otherwise with his new training regime.
You still gotta give him that. Man still got a very good jab.
Oh, see this
fantastic jab.
Okay.
I usually say Dillian White's got the best jab in the game, but I think I'm giving to Kovalev now.
Was it from Farah who he gave a jab to the body and the guy, his sternum, he took him out?
Yeah, I'm giving it to Kovalev now.
I can't remember who it was. It was, and you could hear the crack as well with the mic
from a jab.
Yeah, honestly, the thing is, I think there's been a lot of disrespect to Kovalev and what he's done for the game. There's been very unsavory. It's like people are mad saying he ain't really fought anyone, or I'm saying, are you crazy? You just got literally look at his resume. The fact that he's fought Andre Ward twice, arguably he was just over the hill.
Before Bernard Hopkins, right?
Yes. Honestly,
before Bernard Hopkins, before Cleverly.
Oh my God! Like people saying, this guy is not. I'm thinking, are you crazy? I think he might have been Cleverly. He jabbed to the body,
He got the belt from Cleverly.
Yeah. I think he might have been. He got one of the belts because remember.
Yeah, one of the belts from Cleverly.
But that wasn't prime Kovalev. That's my point.
I was listening to Andre Ward yesterday, and he made a very good point, saying if you're like I said, he wasn't dominated. Yad wasn't overly dominated in that fight, but he said if you want to be able to compete at that level, fine. If that's what you aim for, to be able to compete at that level, then do what you're doing. Right. But if you want to be able to win at that level, you gotta change something.
Right.
So I think it's proved that he can compete at that level with what he's been doing.
See, that's my point. So I don't agree he can. I know I keep cutting you off. I'm not sure he can compete at that level. And I'm alluding to...
You don't think he competed?
At all. What did he... Okay, he had no answer for the jab.
This was not like
for 7 rounds. This is not a Stella Kovalev, This is an old 36-year-old who clearly doesn't live right, and he's changed it for 2 fights. But honestly, he had no answer for the jab. He had no answer for the body work. His feet positioning was horrible. As in, like... There are times when he'd take a punch and he'd be in the wrong position. If someone times him well, the right hand was there for him because his left hand was always down. He's trying to shoulder roll thing.
His left hand was always down, yeah.
What was all that about?
Mayweather, innit?
His movement. I don't think his ring generalship in general was great. As far as defense goes. Like, honestly, Beterbiev slips him in 4. Would you say that's a fair assumption?
I'll say
Godsick outboxes him all day long. He keeps out of range because... What he did was he'd come forward, close the distance without a jab, I'd point, and stand there. And it's like, are you just going to come forward and stand? All right, then. I'm just going to touch you. But that's an old Kovalev. Like a young Bivol, oh my God, would either sleep him or just...
I think Bivol is still young, isn't
he? Yeah. Bivol's same age as him, 28. Obviously, he's had more experience.
Yeah.
But that's another point. You look at the other champions.
I think the other champions will smoke him.
Beterbiev's 34, he's the oldest. Godsic's 31, and Bivol's
the
28.
youngest.
So you take the average age, and they're going on a round robin.
I think okay, you can only judge it against who he's fighting.
Yeah.
And Kovalev is the world champion. I think he competed with Kovalev.
All right, okay. Let's drop one level.
I'll rephrase it like that. He competed with Kovalev. He wasn't dominated by Kovalev. If I take him out of that fight and put it with the other champions, I would say he's not ready to compete.
Let's not put him with the other champ. Let's put him with Callum Johnson, who's also competed at that level.
Johnson will bang him over, man.
So what are we saying then, in all honesty? Because Callum Johnson is a contender, isn't it?
Like, even if you put Callum Johnson against Bivol, I think he will do himself well.
Oh, great. Yeah.
So Callum Johnson
No, we've taken the champions out of the equation. We're taking the next level.
But which level are you putting Callum Johnson?
A contender, isn't it? He's fought for a world championship and he just came short. Yeah,
so would you put him at world class or British class or European class?
Slightly above European. I put him at world level.
Yeah.
Callum Johnson's world level.
So yeah,
he'd go to work against Sullivan Barrera. He'd take him.
Exactly.
You know.
I think who mentioned? Someone actually mentioned that the fight Yad should be having against Barrera.
Right. See, I agree with that.
Before actually jumping to.
But to be honest, even before going there, because
Barrera was
Fan Long Men,
knocked down,
the guy who retired Frank Buglioni, that's good work. Chinese, he's an international champion, just like Yard was. Well, that's the level. Why not? Even like Hosea Burton called him out. Why not?
Yeah, but I don't see what that fight would do for him. I think it's beyond that fight, to be fair.
Really?
But
There's guys like
hasn't fought really in a long time.
There's
good opponent in a long time.
No.
So,
I mean, he left Matchroom.
And I know he's fighting small shows now.
Yeah.
And he's actually looking for a fight. So
yeah, but that doesn't mean So that's the boxing business side of it. You know, it's not about the guy's ability. It's about what does he do for your career, which is fair enough.
Yeah, I don't see.
Okay, so before we even go into what next for Yard, can you shed some light on corner work?
It was non-existent, mate.
I mean,
but like I said, I think everyone kind of knew this. I didn't know. I'm trying to think. His previous fight I didn't think I noticed this in his previous fight.
Because he's been doing well enough that it's been alright, isn't it?
It's never been a lot of emphasis on it because he everything needed some assistance. Like you pointed out some deficiencies in his style earlier or the way he was fighting. I thought it was just like this guy's ready to go. Lions in the camp. And it was just like trying to calm him down. I know Mayweather does something similar. But Mayweather is Mayweather.
Mayweather is very nimble on his feet. Yard's footwork was quite horrible.
Yeah, but
I think
I'm talking about the corner work. Like if you go to Mayweather's corner, no one there of talking. They leave him to it.
Yeah.
But it's just.
Well, we've seen how his dad speaks. I don't want to go into that again. But it takes him a while. He's got to gather his thoughts and that.
No, Mayweather used to talk to the announcers in his corner. Remember? Like he used to give tips. So Mayweather was Mayweather, but yeah, I think they could have helped him more in his corner, which didn't happen as well.
I think they're both quite inexperienced for the level they're trying to get to. It's a fair assessment. I mean,
I don't like. Obviously, I've got issues with the way they do things, but I don't want to come. I don't know. I'm finding it hard to come.
The thing is,
down on him.
If I'm honest, the media backlash has been very positive.
What?
It could have been a lot worse, especially for Tunde Ajayi. They've separated it into Tunde and Yard now. It's like they're saying, Yard can go far, but this Tunde guy, I'm not so sure about this guy. So like, it could have been a lot worse. People who fell out with him, like Papi de Valen, he's been positive towards Yard. You know, everyone's saying, we knew this, but he showed us a lot. But I'm saying he didn't show enough.
I think he didn't show enough to be a world champion, but he showed enough to be above the level where I actually think it is. Like, if you put him against your guy now, I'll give him a chance. Boati, I'm talking about.
Boxing Boati. Well, we'll see how he fares tonight against this Ryan Ford champion.
And Boati as well is in their phase, because I was actually thinking about it the other day as well. Boati's in their phase, because I remember I was saying, you think you actually agreed with me, like, his defense is not the best.
His defense is shocking. He showed in his last fight in New York. I think
it's intentional, because if you look at when AJ was coming up as well, he used to just blast everyone out, not bother about anything coming back. But when he got to that level,
so is this a problem with British boxing then? Because
that's just the way people.
Even man like Ritson as well. When he fought Patera, he couldn't move his head for Toffee. What was that? And since then, he's not looked very great, if we're being honest. And to the point where I'd even pack.
Well, he moved up, innit?
Yeah, he's moved to 140
and
now,
his power was not as devastating as it was anymore.
So I mean, there's wider issues there which we're digressing into.
I think. Yeah, I don't know. I think he's above. He definitely needs to take fight above the level he's been fighting, and I think that will bode well for him. He should be talking people like your guy to BT.
That's Cruiser. Yeah, but to be honest, he's got to do the European level thing. Yeah, Marcus Brown is. Yeah, that's a good fight.
He should be taking people like.
Yeah, that's a good fight because Marcus Brown doesn't have the power to sleep him in one.
Yeah,
but there's people there. There's like Joe Smith Jr. There are people. Isaac Chilemba.
Joe Smith was smoking. What? Did you see Joe Smith Bivol, bro?
Bivol was scared of his power.
Bivol got rocked, you know. Like he caught Bivol. Nah, don't point with Joe Smith, bro. Do you see Joe Smith getting fight against the champions? He's a dangerous. He's
dangerous for anybody. Dangerous. He's a bit like Callum Johnson.
And he's big as well.
Yeah, he's a bit like Callum Johnson. It's like this guy can bang.
Exactly.
But, yeah.
Joe Smith was smoking. But I think you could get fights. But that comes down to his promotion as well. Do you think the reason why they couldn't get him those fights because they don't want to pay those guys?
See, I don't know what it is. And
because if you don't have the money to pay those guys to come fight him, maybe that's why
the money's there. I don't think it's not. These guys, they're not all like so big that they're inaccessible. You know, they've tried to get Yard out there. So he's had a card in America and one that didn't go ahead, isn't it?
Yeah, but that was a peaceful opponent as well. Like the commissioner had to say, nah, you ain't find this one because this is definitely not of the level. Mm-hmm. So obviously they're not going to be paying that person. So are they going to be like the guy that walked off the ring, that level?
Yeah.
So that's another thing I was thinking about. Like, why haven't they been able to get him this level of fighters? Is it because they can't afford to pay these fighters, or is it because they don't believe he's ready enough? And when Kovalev came around and with the money they're offering, they just have to take it.
Well, like you can't get yourself in a mandatory position and not, you know, however they got there.
Yes, you can. I
couldn't see them. You
can turn it down, but I think the pressure from the boxing world, they have to take it.
Yeah, but it's even worse now because now you've gone to that level. This is another. Again, I keep mentioning Callum Johnson. You're not just gonna go back to. You know what I mean? You can't climb down because why? Opponents are gonna want more money from you.
What's it called? BJS for Lemieux. Who was his next opponent?
It was meant to be Martin Murray.
Exactly. So it's possible, mate. It's possible.
It's true. Anything's possible.
It's possible.
All right. So Stamina for Sale, this System 9 or whatever, is that dead in the water for the minute?
We'll see.
As far as Mr.
But that's the thing. I think a lot of people have come down because when I was listening to people like Frank even came out saying, he's having a meeting with them next week and a lot of ashwords needs to be had. The way he said it, he said, I'm not going to care about anyone's emotion. I'm going to say, he's obviously talking about Tunde, about the style of coaching or whatever.
Yeah.
So, and when you listen to people like Bob Brown saying, Yashi shoot his trainer, obviously not literally, but everyone is coming down on him. And Andre Ward, his trainer, kind of going his back. He didn't even go hard on him. He's just been saying, you need to make some changes.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, Andrew Ward is quite a decent man.
Yeah,
you can tell like he's not gonna revel in someone's like
exactly. And he knows what he's talking about because he's been there.
Yeah.
So when people are saying you need to make some changes, everyone is coming down on Tunde.
Yeah, directly or indirectly.
Yeah.
So okay, in a nutshell, I know it's been all Yard centric, but you know this is the man we who went there, sort of thing. I mean. Where do you see Kovalev going for? I mean, Kovalev's corner as well. You got to big them up. Body McGirt, you know.
Just lost
Dadashev. You know, recognizing the dangers in the 8th and telling his man, strictly speaking, look, show me something or you're out. I guess it's contrasting because that shows you the difference in because he came out in the round 9th and he boxed beautifully again. You can't survive
the rest of the fire.
Can't survive such a scare and then come back out like that. You know, so. It did show the contrasting levels in what's expected from corner work. So you in fight you have.
I think that kind of tells also on the condition because if an old man after going through that round could still come back, you dished out. I would like to think the person taking the punishment will be the one.
You shot your load, doesn't it?
Yeah,
it was not good.
So if he could recover from there and you that were dishing it out couldn't recover, that tells a lot as well.
Well, boxing conditioning is a big deal, you know.
And that you get those kind of conditions from actually
sparring. Yeah, because it's one thing. Even sparring doesn't really give it to you because why? Adrenaline on fight night is different, and adrenaline is a counteractive drug, isn't it? That when it's released in your system, it makes you fatigue quicker and things like that. So that effect, that real life, there's no sparring is the next best thing to it, and to take that out completely. which I don't believe. I think it's just a gimmick that they're trying
because they call around 9 to 12 championship rounds for a reason.
Yeah.
So yeah, you got to be, and he was not. He was dead after 8 round.
But I mean, before that, his furthest fight was 7 rounds, wasn't it? So,
But yeah, I think
what next for Yard then? I mean, you've touched on it. He's having a serious meeting, but what level would you say he's competing at next?
I don't think he should ditch Tunde. I think they just need to tweak it. They need to take people. They need to take advice. I don't think he should ditch him.
That's a fair point because I think back to Ben Davison and Tyson Fury going out to America. Ben Davison is more experienced, I'd like to think, and he's got more of a stable than Tunde has.
Well, now?
Yeah.
At that time, he didn't.
You don't think he did then?
No, he only had Tyson Fury then.
No, what about the small guy?
Oh, Isaac Lowe.
Yeah, he's got quite a few. He had quite a few, actually. All their videos. He had quite a few.
I think he that guy's pretty much of a PT at that time, isn't it?
Really? Oh, come on. Anyway, but my point is...
He just helped him lose weight, didn't he?
Yeah, my point is, he realised his inexperience and brought in Roach for the Wilder fight.
Oh, you think they should do something similar?
It's not the end of it's not undermining. Obviously, Roach snaked him after the fight, but he didn't undermine him in the fight. And Ben Davison proved... I'm sure he learned a lot from that experience. So, with Tunde alienating the whole boxing community as well as casuals and everyone in between, it's like you got no leg to stand on when you lose.
But don't you think that brought a lot of attention on Yard? And that's added to the profile that we were talking about. It's for that reason.
I keep saying this. It's the Mourinho effect. That only lasts for so long. And then when it gets bad, you then turn to each other. Yeah. And you're looking at each other like, it's either me or it's you, mate. Because there's no one else involved.
Also, the relationship between both of them.
Yeah,
I don't think it's befitting of a trainer.
It's not at all. It's not. And I'll tell you why. In the 5th round, he was rubbing his chest and he sort of tried to push him away and goes, "Oh, you're doing it too hard or something." I think, what? He's not your mate, you know. Like it's too much joviality. It's too much conviviality. Even the sharing of rooms, I think, there should be a bit more separation.
Did they share rooms?
Yeah, when they were having an interview in Russia, I swear they were in the same room. It was like,
they were just in the same room. That does
not sleeping in the same room. The way those beds were, it was like that's what they.
Oh man, I didn't
got
see
for
that.
them. I think things like that. You're right. They may or may not have shared, but it does point to the fact that line has been crossed.
They're too close for me. They're more like friends, and I think he should probably just stay as his manager and let someone else coach him.
Really,
but I wouldn't want to get rid of him to do that. I wouldn't want to get rid of him. We shouldn't get rid of him just
because he got him that far.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it's at the point where he needs his fundamentals, man.
It's one of those ones that in the long run, like I can see them falling out for some reason.
Yeah.
And it's one of those ones that will cut deep, and they will actually hate themselves after that.
Yeah. Well, it happened with Booth and Hay, and again, it's when Groves.
Yeah, and your guy.
Oh yeah. Mr. Big Bear. I forgot his name. That's right. Abel Sanchez. Yeah, but yeah, you get the point. So where next for Yard?
I think he needs to obviously start sparring and he needs to actually go for top guys. He needs to start fighting above this Argentinian guys.
What level is he competing at?
He should start fighting people like Pereira. I think that's a perfect fight for him.
Even Felix Pereira, the madman, he can fight him.
Yeah.
Jesse Hart, I think, is good enough. He just moved up. You know, he could fight him. You know, this Fan Long Meng guy, I keep saying it, the one who Frank Buglioni had his last fight with, that's a good fight for him.
Yeah.
So there's guys there, man, for days.
We've mentioned 3 guys, and I would like to think they will cost a lot of money as well.
There's a guy who thingy has as well, who's 16-0, Lyndon Arthur. I don't know if you know him. Frank Warren guy as well.
Who?
Lyndon Arthur, another light heavy. He's doing bits as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So there are guys there, man, on the domestic. Ricky Summers, Miles Chinquin. There are guys. You can rebuild with one of those.
You want to Richards? You want to get Richards?
Listen, yeah. If I'm Dan Aziz, I'd swing him on. Based off what I saw against Duffield, Dan can have him, you know.
You put Aziz against Yard?
Yeah, all day long.
I wish
that's a fight and a half. Don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, Aziz is obviously on a rise right now.
Yeah. And he's got nothing to lose, man. You take it. I think that, anyway, we could do this till the
Definitely, Aziz will be more active in that fight.
Yeah.
But he needs to step it up and then hopefully he can recover or get back on the tracks.
Yeah. And what next for Kovalev? Because
Kovalev needs to cash out, mate. He needs to go for Canelo.
He's past his best.
Definitely, yeah.
He's doing well, don't get me wrong. He's going back to boxing.
He needs to do 2 rounds with Canelo. Make all the money. Yeah, because the onslaught started with a body punch.
Yeah.
And where's the king of body punches?
Yes. He's not keen to the body, you can see. But it's like that's another thing as well, strategy. Yeah. I know we keep banging on. Why? think they made out as if that's what they were gonna do. Like, he's
So he
soft to
didn't
the
do
belly,
it. He didn't do a lot of it.
and he didn't reinforce it. So you can't.
But
blame
that's the thing, like, because I think he did it in one round, and you could see Kovalev moving his arms out, and I'm like, obviously target that area.
Yeah.
But he still kept doing his left hook. He loved that left hook.
But he
for some
jumps
reason.
into it. It's
Yeah.
not. It's you
Yeah,
can't.
he loves
Any
that
seasoned
left
boxer sees it for days. Times you well, counters you.
Maybe that's his money shot, but yeah, I'm like, disguise it a little bit.
Yeah.
Like,
He didn't.
make
He
it
didn't set it
count.
up with a jab or anything.
Make it count, yeah.
Yeah. Or right hand. Anyway. Yeah, man. I want to see him back.
Also, another positive, he had good feints.
Feints.
Yeah.
Early on, yeah. He sort of whittled out. Yeah, the first four he was like.
He had good feints.
Yeah, he was moving.
Like,
but
he was moving.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't like his footwork. I know I keep banging on, but the thing is, I'm more personable to him now. I've seen more of him in that fight as a person, even outside the ring, and he seems a very personable character. I like him. I'd go as far as say I want him to do well. So I want him to make those adjustments, man.
I'm supporting him. I won't say I like him because I don't have that personal attachment to him at the moment.
Well, as a boxer, you know.
Yeah, I support him.
Yeah.
Mainly because he's British. I won't say I like him.
Fair enough. That's you. Then.
Yeah. No, like you have that personal. You saw one of his interviews and you got that personal attachment to him. I'm not. That does not mean he's a bad fighter or a good fighter, but I think you need to do more to win my.
Fair enough.
My heart.
That is hard man to please, yeah. Alright, what next for? Oh yeah, you said Kov cash out.
Kovalev needs to cash out. Like I said, do 2 rounds with Canelo, then sleep.
Yeah.
Then roll to the sunset with your millions.
Yeah.
Because you can tell it's very obvious, very blatant as well. They're gonna take a fight right next after.
There's only so much Buddy McGirt can do, innit?
I know, right?
You can't tell what we're into wine. Let's see if we can get someone on the live call.
One of the mics.
One of the mics. See what their thoughts are. See what he's saying.
Are you calling money, Mike?
Yeah. No joy. Studying hard. We'll see if he calls back. Fight calendar time then.
Yeah.
Big fights this weekend. We're off to the 2 shortly. After recording this. Big one.
I actually feel sorry for Campbell, you know.
So this is Lomachenko versus Luke Campbell for the ring.
It's a Lomachenko show,
WBC and is it WBA?
WB 3 belts is on the line.
Yeah. Lightweight.
Comey rolls the
IBF.
Okay.
Yeah, Richard Comey's IBF.
So he rolls the rest of them.
Yeah.
Lomachenko. But yeah, you got to give it to Lomachenko, man. You can't look
straight.
past
You think there's no chance in L4?
Because I think I said it this last fight. I think I said it on here as well. Last fight, Campbell. He wasn't as confident as I think. Even the level of position.
Well, against Ivan Mendy.
No. He fought in America. I can't remember the opponent, but that's the thing. The person was not on his caliber, but he wasn't as confident. There was still something holding him back. But maybe
that's weird because you said you thought he won Linares.
Yeah. After the knockdown, I think he started fighting, and I think he won that fight. I think I saw that fight not too long ago, and I think he won that fight.
Do you think the fact that he trains with McGuigan now would make a difference? This is his
third
fight.
I think that's his best. That's the best fight I've ever seen him against Mendy. I know he won it, but to me, I think it was still close.
Yeah, that was because I guess Mendy's the only the first person to beat him professionally, so there might be that
mental.
Yeah.
But I think his best performance that I've seen Luke Campbell is against Linares.
Yeah.
So has Shane done anything
to take him to the next level?
I don't know.
What strategy would you employ if you're Luke? Clearly, you're a lot taller than him.
I don't know.
Because Linares is tall as well.
Yeah, but
Loma was able to get inside him and finish him with a body shot. But the positive is, Linares put him down. Obviously, that height and reach. Stay out of range. And as he's doing that 360, keep doing it with him. Like they're both southpaws, so you can actually do it.
I missed this. I didn't know Loma beat Gary Russell Jr.
Oh God, yeah, it was horrible.
In his third fight, something like that.
Yeah. And Russell is a speed king.
Yeah,
so he nullified
it's still
the
a speed king.
Yeah.
Someone mentioned, I was like, what?
Oh God, I think Russell was in the white shorts, isn't it? Oh God, it was a horrible beatdown.
But it was he went 12 rounds with him.
Yeah.
It must have been an incident, but yeah. I think the only thing is do a Salido, hug him all day.
And
Like
just dirty tactics. No,
like-
but Luke's not an inside man. Come on. He
needs to
uses
do
his
that.
height and reach.
Well, Shen is quite known for being an inside coach as well.
Yeah. But
So-
it's Luke though, isn't it? Luke's tall. He's probably one of the tallest in that
He needs
club.
to be able to, or do a Benavides with him, because that Benavides was more like technical fire. But I don't
Yeah.
think he's got that technical brilliance as Benavides did with
Yeah.
Loma, because I think that was a close fire as well. Benavides did quite well in that
I
fire.
can't remember that one, to be honest.
Oh, really?
I'm not sure I saw it.
That was this one before Crawler.
Crawler, yeah. I'm not sure I saw that one, to be
Like,
honest.
I think that one went 12 rounds as well.
Can't remember.
So, yeah, I think do a Benavides or just rough him up. But it's easier
So
to say
basically,
than do.
all I got is hope. I like Luke.
I know
Obviously,
I've
like,
hope,
he's the
but-
crop of
I know I've hope.
2012.
I'll be surprised if this goes 6 rounds.
That's
It's a good fire,
Yeah.
but Loma's just on another
Loma is a
level.
generational talent. Let's face it.
On another level. And you could tell even the confidence, like when they were facing off, like you could tell Loma was dictating the actions.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that.
I
Like
saw
when-
the belt when he was
when-
holding. Obviously, the WBC is vacant, so
Yeah,
Luke
I think
was
that
holding
was-
it.
But you could tell the kind of personality type that was, because someone else would have just gone whatever. But man grabbed it. But
Yeah.
when they actually faced off after the weigh-in, like he was standing and Loma put his hands behind his back and Campbell put his hands behind his back. I'm like, why are you copying him? Like stuff like that. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but yeah.
Yeah,
I
you're
can't-
you're the sports psychologist, isn't it?
I can't. Yeah, I think Loma is like telling him what to do already.
Right. Let's talk about the undercards then. Charlie Edwards versus Martinez.
I think that's a good fight
Yeah.
because Martinez beat Selby, the younger one,
Yeah.
and Selby was known as a good fighter. So
Mhm.
yeah, and the talk about him like is a big puncher.
Yes.
But
This is it.
Charlie's last fight was against a big puncher, but the
He was
guy
able
couldn't
to-
move.
Yeah, was able to survive the onslaught.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this guy is meant to be better. So if it doesn't land on Charlie has lost before as well. So
Yeah, he's lost once and it was TKO as well.
exactly. So it's suspect there. So I think it's 50-50.
Yeah. I don't know enough about those guys because
Martinez, yeah.
I've not followed lower weights, to be honest. It would be unfair for me to say. Prospect I have followed as well from 016, Boxing Boatsi. He's fighting Canadian. Is he Canadian forward? I think he is, or American.
This guy was supposed to be fighting your yard.
Yeah. And then they got the WBA called Kovalev, and then that happened. Yeah. But he's not a great boxer.
Ford is supposed to be a durable fighter.
Ryan Ford, yeah. He's not the greatest of boxers, truth be told. I watched some clips. I thought, yeah, I don't see it. He just has a name because obviously he crossed over to MMA as well.
Yeah, but I think because Boat has never been past 6 rounds or something like that.
Yeah.
So I think this is what we're talking about with Yard. So they're actually bringing someone in to take him to the championship rounds
Yeah.
and see how he copes, how he fares.
That's
in
what
that
they said
round.
about the other guy we banged in the first round when he gave him an illegal punch. Remember that?
Oh, at the hotel as well.
Yeah. The guy from Australia, I forget his name now.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
When he-
But yeah, so I think
that guy fought what's his face? Eubanks Jr. as well at some point at super middle. Yeah.
Okay.
But
so I think it's just someone to not just go off after 6 rounds, to hopefully take him past 6 rounds. So yeah,
we'll see. But you're expecting
I expect Boat to win.
yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see him box more than just outpower people.
I think he's gonna go after him again, man.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna go after him.
Yeah.
He's obviously got a good chin.
Who has Boatsy?
Boat.
I'm not so sure about that. I don't know if you can see it. That guy is not known for his punching. The chap you fought last time.
I think Aziz said it.
Really?
Yeah, I think Aziz said it.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, Dan said it.
Also, Joe Cordina's fighting Gwyn.
What about
Welsh beef.
the chief undercard?
What, Povetkin and Fury? Oh, I missed that off.
Yeah.
Yeah, what were your thoughts on that?
I hope it's not a Povetkin pricey, you know.
See, I think it would be. I think it would be. Because
'Cause-
Povetkin does well against taller fighters. He's fighting
It's
tall
just
fighters all his life.
he's just gonna jump in
With the uppercut
attack
and
him.
left hook.
Pa pa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
But yeah,
kid-
I haven't seen Fury knocked out, so yeah, that'll be interesting.
Mm. I've backed Fury a long time, man.
Yeah, you.
He always come a cropper. I think watching him against Sam Sexton must have pulled the wool over my eyes a bit. I mean, we'll see, but I doubt
we haven't
it.
seen him knocked out, so
Yeah,
I think if he doesn't get knocked out, I think he's
got
done
chance.
well.
But he doesn't let his hands go enough. He doesn't let for
Yeah.
his height and reach. He doesn't let his hands go enough.
It doesn't have power as well
Yeah.
for someone to respect him.
He doesn't. It's clear he doesn't do the SNC part of it, which is what Tyson didn't do early on, and he started to do now.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man.
You're talking about Peter Fury now.
Maybe Peter Fury there needs to incorporate that. Obviously, they're fighting men. Everyone knows that, but that SNC makes the difference, you know.
It does. Strength and conditioning. So yeah, Povetkin win for me.
How?
Knockout.
Really? Cordina Gwyn, Welsh beef.
Cordina looks great. I don't know much about Gwyn.
Were you a big fan of Cordina? Were you Welsh? Is he the one they call the Welsh Mayweather? Is that Cordina?
No, that was Selby, isn't it?
Oh, is that Selby? All right.
Like Cordina has been a name that I think if you're a boxing fan, you would have heard.
Yeah.
But I've seen a couple of his fights. I haven't seen a lot of his fights,
Yeah.
and he's always been impressive in the fight I've seen. I don't know much about this Gwyn, so I don't know how much is supposed to test him
Yeah.
or how much you can test him. But yeah, Cordina is a Matchroom guy as well. I think he's done by
Yeah.
Tony Sims, so yeah,
Yeah.
like Conor Ben's trainer. So
And,
I'll go for Cordina.
And in the American card, I think later on you got Erislandy Lara on the 3-draw streak or 1 loss 2 draw streak.
That's a poor fight, though.
Yeah, fighting Canelo's brother.
That's a poor fight. This guy
Well, he
beat.
couldn't. No, the thing is, it's not his fault. He was gonna rematch Matey Boy, who he drew with, but that guy went in a different direction, and so that belt got stripped off him. And this is the Mando. So it's what this is.
No, it's not a man though.
No, this is the guy who he's got to fight the next in line. So
Really?
like, if you're
I'm trying to remember who this
'Cause
guy
the
lost
WBA
against on
regular.
his own card.
can't remember. I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
the guy
Yes.
that took 2-3 years out of the ring and
Yeah,
came back
yeah,
and
yeah.
still banked him out. Even Canelo was saying, did you see that clip when Canelo was watching the fight and was saying, can someone pull him out? Because he was taking too much punishment.
What, his brother?
Yeah.
And
he apparently came-
This is a sanctioned fight for a belt, so this is the next in line. You know,
Did
it's
you,
like number
did you
2
hear
and
what
number
happened?
3.
He came in 5 pounds above weight limit. Canelo's brother, that is. Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
He kept, and they didn't call the fight off.
Yeah.
Minnesota.
Yeah.
Apparently, that's where they're fighting.
They knew
So
how
it's a
rubbish it was.
You're like, whatever, just let him go in. Now you're fighting Lara, man, the former world champion.
Yeah, and Lara's back with Ishmael Salas.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
he's left the Charlotte trainer.
if it goes past 6 rounds, Lara should call it a day.
Well, Lara's getting on as well. He's not. He's
Fair.
getting past his prime.
Hurd has done. He hasn't really recovered after Hurd, has it?
Yeah, I guess.
He hasn't really fought anyone of note.
No, the guy Michael Soto. I forget his name now. The one who he drew with after that. That was a good fight, and I thought he won that again.
Who Lara?
Yeah. So he lost the super and he went for the regular. That's why I fought that guy. That guy's now stripped, so the regular's vacant, and so him and Canelo's brother are fighting for it.
Yeah, Lara win all day.
Yeah.
All day.
Also, I tweeted earlier in the week. I just remembered. Special shout out to our
Oh
man.
yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I gotta say, I was
He's
listening
repenting now.
to Boxing Life Stories.
He has a lot of craziness with coaches. Abel
listen,
Sanchez,
Honestly, yeah.
Don Charles.
No. See, I'll be. You know me. I'm not someone who's pride. If I've made a mistake, I will say it in all honesty. I don't rate his coaching as he's one of the best, but I appreciate what he said and the way he explained his story, and it's worth a listen. Life Stories with Trish Dixon. Don Charles.
Did you see Trish Dixon response?
Yeah, I saw that as well. Yeah, it's nice to get a response,
Yeah.
getting ourselves out there. But yeah, Don Charles, man, stand up, man, because he made a very valid point, and I
didn't listen to it. I haven't listened to it.
He said about coaching, he was like, boxers learn from coaches, but who the coaches learn from? It's a very informal thing. So a lot of the times, he said early on with Derek, he was learning on the job, and he's learned a lot more, so much more now, and he's hoping to pass that on and try and formalize the whole coaching aspect, which is a valid point, I didn't even know the guy was like Nigerian. He's an Igbo man. So he was talking about he fleed
You couldn't tell from his accent.
You can't be sure. I thought maybe he was East African.
No,
And the name
definitely
Don
from
Charles. His name is not even Don Charles. He's got another name.
Oh, really?
Or Onyeko or something like that.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So Don's a nickname. His
So
first
Don
name is
is
Charles.
definitely easier to pronounce.
Yeah, he's talking about fleeing Biafra. It's quite in depth, man. Honestly, like he's a stand-up guy. Like,
Okay.
yeah, like if you listen
I
to
never had anything against him.
No, I didn't. I didn't know him as a man. I just knew about his boxing, and I said, look, this guy is weak as a coach. Because obviously he had Frank Buglioni and all these, but he had champions from way back when and stuff. So
His son is fighting as well.
yeah, Chidi Fox, yeah. It's on.
So, yeah.
So far, so good. Yeah. So yeah, man. I thought I'd bring that up. Let me try one of the other mics again, just before we head off to the O2. Yeah, big up Don Charles, man.
No, I've always I've always think it's okay. I've always been it's alright. And he had a lot of back and forth with Chisora, so I think he's always been in the news.
With Hay, you mean? When Hay sparked him?
Well, Hay sparked him, but even him and
Yes. There he is.
Where's the camera?
We've got Michael number 2 in the building. Very quickly, 5 minutes. What were your thoughts on the yard fight?
On the yard fight?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it was a lesson for Yard. He was able to see what he can do. I feel like it went the way that I thought it was going to go. Kovalev was much better than him. Before the fight, the reason why I didn't back him to win was due to the fact that I can't guarantee that he beats Baratsi or Callum Johnson right now, let alone Kovalev. So if there are fights on a more domestic level that I feel like he will struggle with, I feel like he made the jump too quickly.
Right.
But he should take positives from it. The positive is he's round 8. If he can replicate that 3 or 4 times in a fight, if his fitness allows it, then
that's a big if.
He will, yeah, exactly. But it's something for him to think about, because his style means that he is always going to be open to being boxed out of the match. And if he can replicate that all-in style, because that's a bit like my man Chris Eubank Jr. But the difference is Chris Eubank Jr. can do that multiple times in the fight. And
that's a fair point.
So I do feel like he can take the fight, look at the positives, and work on those positives. And then
you say that, but do you think the reaction is that? Do you think they would even watch that fight again? In all honesty, the way the bullish nature in which they're coming out and putting up a CompuBox stats saying he's touched Kovalev the most out of all these fights, and
that. Okay, so how can I put it? I don't always believe what trainers say. So the trainer's coming out and the trainer is saying, look at like the amount of times we tapped Kovalev, etc. We almost had him out in round 8. That confidence has always been what they've said openly. But what I'm hoping for is that there's a bit more humility inside the camp. So I'm not buying too much into that overconfidence in the media.
Right. And where does he go from here then? How does he rebuild? Who is he fighting next for you? If you're promoting him.
I definitely feel he needs to go back to fighting the bumps and fighting before.
That's not good.
And when I say that is, he's a confident fighter. You can tell he's a confident fighter. When the drop in performance after round 8 was fitness, but also he didn't want it. I know they are talking about brave, etc., but once he puts it on the line in round 8, 9, 10, or however many rounds they went on afterwards, he was not interested. He honestly made Kovalev look like Superman.
Yeah, but is that just not his body telling him like he's fatigued?
The connection's paused. Yeah, you're back.
Right. I'm saying, is that not his body telling him he's fatigued? So it's not like he physically didn't want it. He's just not conditioned for it.
Yeah, but like he would. Maybe. I just felt like he didn't want it. And if the fight was closer, my question to you guys is, would he have gotten up if the fight was closer?
That's a good question, actually. I didn't think about that. But
what did you say?
If the fight was closer, would he have gotten up or allowed the 10 count?
Fair enough.
Yeah. And what are your thoughts on the corner work?
On
corner work. I think you touched on it a bit. So his trainer giving him advice in the corner between rounds and...
Everyone's relationship's different. Some people want their corner man to be like telling them step by step by step by step. Because obviously, because Kovalev won, his corner man looks like a hero. It's like if he didn't give him that damn pep talk after round 8, like Kovalev turned into a different man afterwards. But it is one of those that when we look, because Kovalev won, we credit his corner work. But actually, it might not work for every fighter. So I feel like the trainers know the fighter best. Even the days of Chris Eubank Sr., I've never really complained about cornermen.
Yeah, even Daps was saying about Mayweather as well. There's minimal talking in between rounds.
Yeah. So I never complain because they obviously have a relationship. Sometimes you do see that like you're like, why is the corner silent? But if the fighter, like they know the fighter. They know the fighter.
Fair enough. All right then.
And then, yeah.
Carry on. What were you gonna say?
No. The only other point I wanted to add was the whole Yard doesn't spar, and then we find out in separate interviews people let it slip that he does spar, which is another reason why I feel like we shouldn't always listen to like what Tunde's putting out there.
Yeah, I know. I did say that. I said I didn't believe that, but I mean the fight sort of proved that he doesn't spar much or many rounds. If they do, so
I don't know, you know, because yeah. I'm still on the fence. I'm still on the fence. He obviously spars. Let's be real. He's obviously sparring.
All right, and just a quick one just before we leave because we're running out of time. Predictions for Loma and Campbell. Daps is laughing over there.
Okay, so Luke Campbell is tall, he's rangy, he can box. And Crawler's issue Crawler isn't good enough anyway, but Crawler was doing okay. He was surviving until he started to engage. I don't think Luke Campbell will engage at any point. So I think a late stoppage by Lomachenko.
Fair enough.
I think it will be more tiredness from Luke Campbell breaking his game plan, and then Lomachenko stops him.
All right. And there you have it, people.
So yeah,
All right.
Guys, I'm out. I'm getting on the tube.
All right. Peace out.
Just to drop in there as well for everyone, there was a fight going on in Australia.
Zafara.
Jeffon v.
Zafara banged him out. I saw that.
Yeah, and Mr. Zafara won.
Yeah, knocked him out.
Yeah.
There you have it. Until next time, hopefully we have a good fight at O2.
Yeah.
Peace out. Check in.
Peace out. Enjoy your
on
summer,
YouTube.
people.
Yeah.
And see you later. I'll talk to you later. Safe.